Okay guys, so we have some really big Roblox Piggy news, probably the biggest news we've had in a very long time. So obviously last weekend we had the first of 2 character-focused chapters come out for Roblox Piggy, and this weekend, or hopefully this weekend, we're going to be getting the second one. Now a few days ago I made a video talking about how I think the second chapter is going to be ZIZZY related, how we're going to be playing as ZIZZY in this chapter, and how I think we're finally going to find out what exactly happened to ZIZZY after we left her in the refinery map. Well, coming on over to Minitoon's Twitter account, it looks like I was right, because if we scroll all the way down here, we've got a few images. So first off, quick recap. Okay, Minitoon first tweeted out these 4 emojis here. We've got an oil barrel. Okay, we've got a timer, a clock. We've got a right arrow, and then we've got the insolence eyeball. Now, I guessed in my video that this right here is talking about the oil refinery, and then these emojis, these 3 emojis are like a ticking clock, right? A timer counting down before someone turns into the insolence. And that's how I guessed that this chapter was going to be about ZIZZY. And well, I was right, because Minitoon tweeted this out here. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and we're going to hop into Photoshop. We're going to brighten this bad boy up because, well, we can see it's the refinery, but there's some pretty big changes. All right, so here we are in Photoshop. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to brighten this up, and we're going to take a look at this first photo, and then we'll take a look at the second photo. Let's go ahead and make it just a little bit brighter. There we go. This works here. Okay, so first off, this seems to be on the second floor of the refinery, because down here we see the cafeteria. This is where the guard is. And then over here in these rooms is the hallway where I believe, what's the guard? There's a guard over here somewhere. I forget which one it is, but there's a guard on this wall. Now, there's a few differences with this map. Number one, down here in the bottom, we have this black goo. Now, this isn't actually the first time we've seen this black goo. We've seen this goo before inside the Distorted Memory chapter over a year ago. Now, of course, this chapter is no longer in the game. It was a limited time event, but if you do want to check it out, it is inside the Piggy 100 player game. And basically what that chapter was about, it was about Georgie having a nightmare about the events that happened where his family got infected, his sister got infected, question mark, and then at the end of that chapter, he actually got infected. Turns out it was all a nightmare, and it was actually Dude Man inside of his head messing with him and trying to control its thoughts. Well, it looks like we've got a very similar situation here. We know ZIZZY is bitten, all right? She's gotten attacked by an infected. Time is running out, and it looks like we're going to be playing through the refinery map again, except with some changes, while Dude Man is inside her head, just like Georgie. Now, there's an interesting thing up here. If we zoom in on this photo, right up here in the top right, there is actually some words. It says where to. Now, I'm going to talk about this here in a little bit, so stay tuned, keep watching the video, because this actually is a really big hint, and we're going to come back to it. Because yesterday, Minitoon tweeted this out, a zebra emoji, and of course, this is ZIZZY's hat. Now, let's go ahead and let's brighten this up. Okay, so here we are. Once again, we're inside of the refinery. We can see the tubes, the pipes all over the walls. Now, to be honest, I'm not really entirely sure what this room is here. This room doesn't really look like any of the rooms that I know of in the refinery. I could be wrong. Correct me in the comments. But we've got a few things going on here. First off, we've got an entirely rusted table. This table is old. It's rusted. Not really sure what's going on with that. We've got the same black goo all over the walls, all over the floor. It actually looks like there's some claw marks on the wall right here. And then, of course, we've got ZIZZY's hat, basically confirming that this chapter is going to be about ZIZZY. Now, brightening this image up to maximum, there are no hidden words inside of this one, but I do want to go back and talk about these words here. So, if you remember a few weeks ago, or last week, 2 weeks ago, however long it was, I made a video about the Lonesome Wayfarer, okay? This lonesome wanderer that shows up inside of Piggy Inner City. Now, in this video, I made a theory that this is either going to be ZIZZY or this is going to be one of ZIZZY's sisters. Because remember, it's inside of Piggy Inner City. Inner City takes place after book 2, which means whoever this is, well, it takes place after book 2 with that character. And the words where to means that the character in this chapter, ZIZZY, is going to be going someplace. Now, here's the deal. She could be going to where Pony and, the rest of the group is. But in order to do that, she'd have to play a big catch-up game. She's all the way back at the refinery. She's literally across the ocean. It's going to be really difficult for her to catch up with the group that's already across the ocean. Not saying it's impossible. It could happen, but it's very unlikely. What I think is more likely here is that this is hinting that the Lonesome Wayfarer here is actually ZIZZY, and we're going to run into her again inside of Piggy Inner City, and she's wandering around the world doing something. We don't know. Is she infected by the insolence? I guess we're going to find out. Is she regular infected? Maybe. Will the chapter end with her dying? Could be. Who knows? Is she going to cut off her arm? I have no idea. We're gonna have to play the chapter and we're gonna have to figure that out. Now, if everything goes to plan, this chapter is gonna be releasing tomorrow. So make sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss it. We're gonna be live streaming it all day tomorrow. It's gonna be a really fun time. Keep using star code RealCreep whenever you're buying Roblox and Roblox Premium. Let me know your thoughts down below, and I'll see you guys for the new chapter. Bye!